Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar, and here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday, the 19th day of June. Here we go. Today a halacha about tefillin, and it is this. When you put on tefillin and you have, let's say, a band-aid on your finger or your wrist or something, with the tefillin straps being wrapped over the band-aid are really not a big deal at all, because the part where the tefillin go down your arm and onto your hand, that's customary stuff that we add on. It's of course good to do, but it's not terrible if your tefillin strap doesn't touch your wrist because there's a little band-aid on your wrist. That would be fine. Same thing with your fingers and even on the lower part of your arm. Where it gets kind of important is the upper part of your arm. That main loop where you first tie your tefillin shel yad, your tefillin strap onto your arm, that's a critical spot. That is when we say the mitzvah, ukshartem la'os al yodecha, you shall bind them onto your arm as a sign. Well, that spot where you bind them onto your arm, up top on your arm near your bicep, that's the key spot where you're binding biblically your tefillin onto your arm. And therefore you must be very careful that the tefillin strap is really being bound onto your arm. There were other people who didn't believe properly in our Torah, who believed it was okay to put tefillin over the top of a sleeve, and we vehemently oppose that and we say, no, they must be on your arm. I mention this because it is possible for people to carelessly violate this law by, I'll tell you how it happens. They roll up their sleeve, and their sleeve is kind of, tight up top at the top of their arm, and it doesn't manage to push all the way up to the shoulder, and so they put their tefillin, I just saw someone do this morning, they put their tefillin on around their arm, and it loops over the sleeve of the shirt, which is hanging down, and now the main loop of the tefillin are not bound onto the arm, and if it stays that way the whole time that they're on your arm, then you didn't fulfill the mitzvah that day, which is terrible. Okay, so please make certain always that your sleeve of your shirt is pushed back all the way so that the tefillin strap, when you put it on your arm, is directly on your arm. You also have to watch for the same thing with your kippah. When you put that main loop of your head tefillin onto your head, that main loop also must touch right directly onto your head, or at least your short hair. But if it lands on the kippah and it's not really strapped onto your head but strapped onto the kippah, which is on your head, that too is very problematic. So make certain always look at your kippah and make sure that it is like not under the strap. And if your hair is giant long, like a big frizzy afro, so that your tefillin are sitting up in a bird's nest instead of on your head, that also could be a problem. But that hairstyle is really not in too much these days, so hopefully it won't be a problem for you. Make sure always that your tefillin are directly on your bicep and directly on your head. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.